All right. So this message is gonna be about what makes you intimidating. Like, yeah, you're intimidating. Yeah, there's people out here looking at you like, how they do that? Why do they just have an air about them? Why do they walk so confidently? Why do they walk the talk and talk the walk and all that good stuff? Why are they so confident? You know what I'm saying? How come they so protected? Why they look so beautiful? Okay, so the first the first thing I heard is redirection. Okay, so a lot of you guys, you're so intimidating because you were redirected many times. And that redirection became your protection because you had to be detoured away from whatever negative events that was supposed to happen to you, whether it was people sending evil eye, witchcraft, magic, or people's negative thoughts, or just the planetary alignment. I don't know. But whatever was going on, you was redirected, and that redirection was protection. Okay, so you keep being redirected to help you, to protect you. Okay, and that's brought on a lot of protection for you. Okay, what else makes you intimidating is the way you the way you operate. Like, for some reason I keep getting this thing about like science. Maybe you guys have this mind where you need to know how things work. You need to know how they fix, how that was fixed, how that was procured, how that came together, how it was made, how it grew to be what it was and what it is now. So for you guys, you just like to know how things work. That's intimidating for some people because some people have never even thought that far, have never even expanded their minds that much. So you wanting to know, how did that work? How does that happen? How did that happen? It's so intimidating. Then, so we got the five of this. So, the song that's coming to my head is "We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For a saint was just a sinner who fell down." Okay, so for you guys, it's very important for you to remember, like, even when you fall down or you seem like you're down, to somebody else you're still up. Like, you don't always look like what you've been through, you don't always talk like what you've been through, you just don't really give off that air of, oh, I've been through so much and look at me now. You just give off of that, I ain't been through nothing kind of vibe. And so when people see you, they're like, how would they understand? They would never understand me, but really you would understand more than anybody because you've been through so much. So you intimidate people because you know yourself, or you are on a journey of understanding yourself and understanding your circumstances, and you've chosen not to allow what you've been through to negatively weigh you down. Okay, you understand, so you take the time to get to know what you're going through, why you went through it. Those people might just be like, oh, I done fell, and they've been down for a while. You're not that. You're not that one. Even in the image, if you look at the image, look at this. He's on the horse. You know what I'm saying? And this one is over here. So people think that you just never been through nothing or been through anything, but you have. You've been through so much. Like, if they only knew, you just don't look like what you've been through. Okay? You don't look like what you've been through. But people see you as, like, how would they know? How would they get it? They don't know. They don't know what I've been through. They don't get it. But the people who know you, they know. Those who know, they know. Oh yeah, they're intimidated by your thoughts. They're intimidated by the way your mind works. For some of you guys, like I mentioned earlier, you like to know how things work. You like to understand how this came together, why was that like that? Even maybe in your partnerships, you want to understand why a person chose the choice that they chose. So you ask a lot of questions. So even if you don't externally ask the questions, you ask a lot of internal questions. And sometimes you get answers and sometimes you don't. You guys are very gifted. Some of you guys might be intuitive. You just get this sense or this feeling like, oh, this works or this is not going to work. Or I should take this left or I should take this right. You just are really in tune with yourself and your rhythm of your soul now because you done the work. You guys have done the work. A lot of you have done the work, and that's intimidating. Like you doing the work, you healing yourself, you working towards becoming a better you choosing a different path. Some of you were on drugs and you're not on drugs anymore. Some of you had some addictions and it was controlling you, and now you're not. You're not allowing the world to control what you are working to create for yourself. And that is a beautiful thing. That's one of the things that makes you intimidating. You're in your own world doing your own thing, and people be like, hey, you're a trendsetter. You're not a follower. You might be, curious about trends, but you are the trendsetter. You are not a follower. Yeah. Yeah. God is good all the time. I don't know what I would do without God, okay? The Knight of Cups came out, okay? Whatever you invest in, whatever you put your energy into, whatever you work on, whatever you feel, you heal. You heal people. You heal the things that you put your energy into. It is beautiful. You're very motivating, right? Maybe it's your words. Maybe it's your music. Maybe you are an artist. Maybe you perform and you sing or you dance or you just enjoy different varieties of music. Something about music with you guys it's intimidating because it's like maybe you zone out, maybe you really get in tune with yourself when you listen to music, okay? Or it inspires you. Maybe you guys listen to frequency music and it intimidates people because they don't understand it and they don't want to even try to understand it. A lot of these people just don't want to try to understand you or what you're doing to become a better you, okay? And then we have the Queen of Wands, okay? You step forward and you're knowing, and a lot of you guys are just in tune with what you want to create. And those of you who don't feel like you are really in tune, you look like that to other people. You look like you just know what you need to do. You look like you just know, and you do. You're a go-getter. Like you guys feel like a go-getter. Like you handle business. Maybe you're always on the go. Maybe you're always out, and it intimidates people because they're like, well, sit down somewhere. Like, because they don't want you to keep elevating. But you're going to keep elevating because you're going to keep doing what you need to do, which is a beautiful thing, okay? You guys have done a lot of clearing, okay? Cutting cords. That's intimidating. People just, if you're a very spiritual or religious person, it intimidates people. People don't like that. They're like, oh my gosh, how's that work? Whatever you connect to, you know. Yeah, to this. So you guys, you're learning how to balance out your finances. So you might have been a person that splurged a lot, like always shopping out and about, spending money on people, spending money on things. Maybe you guys are not doing that anymore. Maybe you're really wiser with your finances. You still have fun, you still enjoy yourself, but you're just more wise when it comes to what you want to invest your time in. And you don't want to invest your time into nonsense. You want to invest it into something that, will grow later. That's beautiful, and that's intimidating because some people that you're used to hanging out with, or you that know you from the past, they feel like you should still be spending money on them or still spend money on the things they want you to do. Okay, add some likes up there, guys. I appreciate y'all. Eight of Pentacles. All right. So another reason why you're intimidating is what you create. Okay, you're like a person that say something, right? And then the next thing you know, some people don't see you for a while. You just like disappear, or you work so much they rarely see you. And then next thing you know, what you said, you brought it to life. And people are like, well, how did they do that? because they haven't seen you and you weren't out there telling the whole world. You kind of just do what you need to do and you show versus just tell. You used to be a tell and now you show versus telling. Okay. And that's very intimidating. People are like, how did they do that? How did they bring that? That must be some kind of witchcraft. But really, you just put the work in and you had faith and you spoke it into existence and it happened. Okay. And 10 of Cups. This reading is about what makes you intimidating. Okay. And this is all about what people see as intimidating with you. So this is a collective. Okay, I will come on here and when I'm just trying to get more subscribers so that I can do more collective readings or personal readings, but it's just that I don't really get a lot of people following. I don't have a lot of people following yet, so I still gotta like build it up again so then I can do readings when I'm live. But on my TikTok, I get a lot more. But here on YouTube, it's a little different. So I'm just speaking to if you see this in the future, I'm speaking to the people who I'm on live with, okay? And so then we have the 10 of Cups. What makes you intimidating? You might be a really good cook, okay? Or you might make a mean juice, okay? And I don't mean like just regular juice. Whatever juice you put together, you may make a mean tea that is so comforting, so soothing, so healing. You might make something that's a herbal concoction. Whatever you do, okay, you make a lot of it and you do a really great job. Maybe you make desserts, okay? You are just a really good creator, okay? Whatever you create, it helps people and people feel alive. People feel in more in alignment with whatever they're trying to be connected to. Okay, so whatever you create, whatever you do, you put your heart into it and people can sense it and feel it, that you're genuine. And so that's intimidating to people. Okay, you are genuine and you're like one of a kind, and people be like, dang, after they lose you or they don't contact you anymore, they're like, oh my God, I gotta get back. Gotta get back in their space and their energy and their, I gotta get back around them. And you're like, oh, you done lost out on this. So that's beautiful. Yeah. See, looking even in the bottom, people just still be trying to get reconnected to you because they see that you're building something and they want to be a part of it. But you said no because they did something that, warned you to be more cautious of them. All right. Huh? So I don't have to pull cards, but I like pulling cards because I like the illustrations on the card and I like having them in my hands. But I really don't have to pull a card. If I have to give you a message, I can just give a message. Oh, this two of this came out too again. All right. So once again, it comes down to how you carry yourself, what you do in this physical reality. You're more wise, you're more in tune, and you're more aware. And so because of that, you're really is really helping you to become who you're meant to become, and it intimidates people. Some of y'all might do track, or you ran track when you were in high school, or you did a sport where there was a lot of running, a lot of movements, and because of it, it is like expanding. It expanded who you are and who you're meant to be. It's a part of your journey. And so people know about your past, about your history, about your being very athletic, or maybe you go to the gym all the time. Whatever the case may be, because of that, people are intimidated by it. And they think, wow, how are they able to, they can bench press 400? And then here we got the Ace of Wands, okay? You're just in a space where you are learning how to co-create with the creator, and you're stepping into your power. You have been on a journey of understanding your Ori, your head, your true self, the source self, the higher self, right? And it is sending shock waves into people because this is something they wanted to prevent you from being in tune with. And because you're now more in tune with it, it is sends shivers down their spines. And they don't know what to do. They're like, whoa, how is it? But yeah, but so this was a reading about why are you intimidating? And I hope you guys have a beautiful, blissful day. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace and prosperity to everybody. To you, love yourself, and to yourself, be true, and stay prayed up, stay connected to the divine. All right, peace, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.